Blessings, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm Dane, your host of the Rock and Metal Guardian. This is not a video I wanted to do, and it's something I've been thinking about doing, but after what occurred tomorrow, the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back, I decided to go ahead and make this video. So here I am with said video. I get up this morning, brew some hot tea to start my day, pet the cat, feed the cat, get my phone out, and look for new notifications for this channel I'm a big fan of. And it's a channel that I've been watching since, I guess, a year before COVID hit, that sort of thing. And it's a channel I'm quite fond of. Now, do I agree with everything the host says on this channel? No, but it is a very important channel. Someone who shares their love of music as I do. Much bigger, much more successful channel than myself. Lots of subscribers, a lot of views, that sort of thing. And so I'm watching, and it's a good video. I was hooked by the thumbnail, and the video is about the host introducing a new series or mini series that he's doing about if you're new to metal, or as he called people, newbies, then here's your starter kit. And today we're going to start with classical heavy metal, and he went on to describe what he meant by that. And so he lays down the parameters of what this discussion is going to be, and you look at the comments and people are talking about things outside of the parameter. And so that got me thinking, boy, I'm having this problem as well with my channel. So this rant, this quiet, angry rant, is not to fight someone else's battles or to just say, hey, this is my problem, let's deal with it. It's to tackle it overall for all YouTubers, so that maybe I'm helping everyone understand that as a content creator or video maker or YouTuber or whatever phrase you want to use, we all need to, content creator and commentators and subscribers alike, or viewers, need to be on the same page with respect to understanding what it is we're trying to achieve in a specific video. So again, I'm not trying to fight someone else's battles, but overall speak openly so that all of us can progress forward, so that all of us in front of the camera, or those of you watching, can from now on be on the same page, as I said. So one more thing the host today said on his channel was, he said he defined classic metal, and he said that he would later on do other episodes, because it was a new series, for thrash metal and death metal and stoner metal and doom metal. And he said he was going to do hard rock as well. So he's like, no discussion of Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, and Uriah Heep. But you look at the comments, people are talking about those bands, people are talking about thrash metal. So that's what I mean. And so today's rant is about the art of listening. Listening is a skill, but many of us, myself included, also believe it's an art, and it's something that you have to develop. And as a high school English teacher and history teacher, or just a teacher in general, this is frustrating as well, because you give a test, a quiz, whatever, to particular students, and some of them, not all of them, refuse for whatever reason to read the instructions or the directions, and then there's consequences because of that. So in a similar vein, the students aren't following directions because they're not reading them. Here we have some commentators not playing along with the parameters because they're not listening. So it's essentially the same thing. One more example, and then I'll go into the issues I've had with my channel so that we can move forward from here on out. I taught an AP student, I taught many AP students. I used to have an AP class at a different school, and we had just finished our unit on Hamlet, Acts 3, 4, and 5. We did 1 and 2 as a separate unit, and that way they'd have less to study for. And the last question on the exam, the last question on the AP test for Hamlet was about Laertes and Hamlet's duel near the end of the Act 5, and the student got the question wrong when I gave it back to him. He asked why. I said, well, you didn't answer the question. You put something down, but it did not answer the question that I was asking. Instead, what you did was you gave me facts that were true, but they answered another question, something to do with Act 3. And what you answered did not connect whatsoever to Act 5. And he goes, yeah, I understand it doesn't connect to the question, but I put something down that was true. And I said, but that you're not. So I had to get the principal to come in and explain to him. And there was that disconnect, right? So I want to end the disconnect, so to speak. Now, if you're a troll, just a troll, that's something different. I'll just delete your comments, that kind of thing. So anyway, let me go into some of the issues that I've had. A while back, I did a video called The Kiss Alive Effect, whereas I talked about bands and artists whose best album was a double live album. And I had someone comment, where's MC5 at? Well, MC5's best album is a live album, but it's not a double album. And that was the parameter that was not paid attention to or broken or what have you. Another example was I did a video on my top 40 favorite double and triple live albums of all time. So they had to be double and or triple. And someone posted, what about Genesis's first live album? Not a double album, not a triple. It was a single. It's too short, that kind of thing. So I was going for the whole live experience, the whole set list type of feel that I talk about all the time. So anyway, that's another example. A third example would be one of the first videos I did, probably one of the first 10 when I started this channel back in the summer, was I did a ranking of the Rush discography in its entirety, and someone asked, where is Farewell to Kings? So I commented, did you watch the whole video? Very politely, because Farewell to Kings is one in my top 3, so it was very late in the video. So I commented, did you watch the whole video? And they said, they admitted that they did not. I said, well, it's in there, take a look. And he didn't respond back. So I commented with the gentleman's, the channel that I talked about a minute ago, his video this morning, that channel that I love. I commented, you're not following, the parameters. I didn't use that word. And I guess it was the host maybe, but someone said, yeah, same old, people not listening or something to that effect. Anyway, so it's frustrating. And am I mad? You could say that. I'm not showing it as much as I like. I don't want to lose my cool, that sort of thing. But I am angry, hence the oxymoronic part of the title today, Quiet, Angry Rant. Anyway, so another example would be a video I did a while back that I have since taken down because I realized that I had more examples that I wanted to do to support my argument, and I didn't put them in the video, so I decided I will do it later. I still haven't gotten to it. I don't know if I'm going to. But anyway, the video was about why, in my opinion, RIAA certification or record sales in general are meaningless. And some of the things I talked about was that if you purchase something, how many times will you listen to it? There's no way to document it. And the great Martin Popoff, the great music critic, mentioned this. I remember doing this video, and then 2 months later, I see him commenting on that. It's like, wow, birds of a feather and all that. And so anyway, so my argument was, well, again, you can't track any of this, but it does support the argument how it's meaningless in a way, because who's to say that the person really liked the album because they played it once or twice? Did he play it 50 times? Did he play it 200? What if they bought it as a gift? Does that still count towards certification? What if they bought it as a gift and the person they give it to doesn't listen to it or doesn't like it, or listen to it 5 times and it sits on the shelf collecting dust? Should that still count? And so I ran through a bunch of examples, and someone posted, and before I even began that video, I posted it with the preface, most of these, if not all of them, there's no way to document it, but they still support the argument. And then throughout the video, I kept saying it over and over again as to hit the point home. And yet I had someone comment, they got upset, dude, bruh, whatever, there's no way to document this. I'm like, I said that a bunch of times. So that's the frustration. Another example, not too long ago, Geddy Lee in an interview said that he was reconsidering going back against what he said about not bringing Rush back together. He's thinking about him and Alex bringing the band back together. And so I did as a big Rush fan, I said, well, I want to do a video about this and share that news with people. And one guy, I'm assuming it's a guy, commented and he put in all caps, "It's over, dude," and he was fussing at me. I'm just a messenger. You should fuss at the guy you disagree with. I'm just reporting the news, so to speak, of the music. And so this kind of fussing at me because you disagree or you don't like the message, again, I'm just sharing with you what someone else said. So I'm getting this from the horse's mouth, so to speak, or Geddy Lee's mouth. Take it up with him. I'm just, sharing that with you. I wanted to share. Another example, I recently did a video, I think 2 weeks ago, about my favorite album art of all time, and it specifically said in the parameters that this will only be about art, no specific art with respect to no photographs, no collages, no hybrid photograph album art, just artwork in general, non-photography style artwork. And someone posted Queen 2. So again, not following the parameters of what I had laid out, what the topic is about, that kind of thing. So let me wrap this up by saying 3 things and then we'll be done here. With respect to the gentleman who remarked about what about A Farewell to Kings in my ranking of discography, it was there, as I said. Please don't ask me questions if said question illustrates that you didn't watch all of the video. It's very frustrating. Now, I get it if you don't want to watch all the video. You just want to see what's what and kind of get a general gist of things and move on. I get that. But don't ask me a question if it illustrates that you didn't watch the whole video. Because if you watch the video, chances are I've answered your question, kind of thing. So the next one is, don't fuss at me if I'm sharing something with you that someone else said, as in the Geddy Lee example. Again, I'm just a messenger. I don't want to call myself a reporter, but I'm just reporting that information back in the hopes that I would hear what people think. Do you want this? Do you not want this? Again, please don't fuss at me. Or I'm just going to delete your comments and that kind of thing. We want this to be, we want people to share different viewpoints, but we don't want toxicity in the comments. Anyway, next and finally, yes, I like when you comment in the comment section. Please post comments if you're so inclined. You don't have to, but if you're inclined, do so. However, please stick to the parameters of the topic at hand. Again, if I say these are the top 10 greatest double albums of all time, don't share a single album, a single vinyl record, an A, B. There's no C and D side. If I'm talking about the top 25 best proto-metal albums of all time, don't bring up new metal, that kind of thing. So please be aware of this video. I'm not trying to rub someone the wrong way or get them angry. I'm pretty angry, even though I'm not showing it very much. Again, trying to keep my cool. It's more frustrating than anger, but it is a little bit of that. But I'm not trying to cheese anyone off. I'm just trying to move forward with everyone who are not following the directions or listening, because we want excellent communication so that we can be, as I said, on the same page going forward. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.